Let people feel guilty for how they treated you. You let it eat them up. They got to take that up with God, baby. They got to take that up with God. Do not, I will say this forever because there will be new chosen ones that join my page. So I know some of you have already heard me say this, but do not, I beg of you, please, chosen ones, okay? Please, I'm doing my dramatic, please. Do not allow people into your life, back into your energy that God has removed.
Funny how I woke up feeling like I'm Sleepy Brown. So fresh, so clean, you can throw dirt on my name, won't keep me down. So proud of myself, wish the old me could see me now. Turn heads every time I be around because I'm dripping.
Hello, beautiful chosen ones. How are you doing? I hope all's well with you. Chosen ones, they feel extremely guilty. The guilt is literally eating them alive of how they treated you, of how they left you feeling, of how they tried to break you, not once, not twice, but over and over again. Their guilt, they feel so much guilt how they failed you, but they'll never tell you. It's like they feel guilty, but their ego and their pride won't allow them to tell you. And some of them will. There's some of you out here where some of them will never want to tell you because of their ego and pride, and they want you to feel like you're the problem, but inside they feel that guilt that's eating them alive every day. And then there's some of you where they will tell you. They will come to talk to you. They'll try to write you a letter, text you, call you from other people's numbers, other profiles. Okay? It's a double-edged sword type of thing. But chosen ones, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. And don't feel bad. Forgive them. If someone reaches out to you and they're in guilt for what they've done, depending on the boundaries you have set and the pain they've caused you, you can even respond to them, or you don't have to. But you tell God out loud in your heart, I forgive them. But just because someone feels guilty, that does not mean access. Okay? But understand that the guilt truly comes from the fact that they will never find another you. The guilt comes from the fact that you were the only one that truly listened to them when they expressed themselves. You were the only one that was truly able to provide such a loving and peaceful light to them. You made them feel heard and seen and loved. And they decided to use the sorry excuse that hurt people. So because they were hurting, they decided to hurt you. That's not enough. It's not okay. The chosen ones, they were hoping that you were going to be understanding. No, we were a genuine light to you, genuinely loving you, and this is how you choose to repay us. Unacceptable. Completely unacceptable. And if they try to guilt trip you, that's when you know that it's not sincere. They're the guilty ones. They're the shameful ones. But a lot of people, they don't know how to truly own guilt and shame. They still want to try to place the blame. Okay? I ain't trying to be Dr. Seuss and rhyme on y'all now, okay? But, low-key, I'm a little rapper, Try to be guilt and shame. Guilt and shame. But it's still saying, let me stop y'all. I always try to make y'all laugh too, okay? But just because they don't want to sit with the guilt and the shame, that doesn't mean that you take some of the load and say, well, it's okay. I understand. I understand you were hurt. No. When it comes to people taking accountability for their actions, the people in this world suck tremendously. It's always there's no excuse. You treat people how you want to be treated. What is so hard about that? People love to do to you what they would never want to be done to them. And then it's always some stupid excuse on top. Like, this is the sugar honey iced tea cake, okay? The cake that they put in front of you. And then they put the cherry on top, the excuse to say, well, this is why I did. There is no why. There is no excuse. I am a why type of person. I would like to hear the why. But when it comes to certain types of disrespect, I don't want to hear nothing. That's why, baby, my biggest thing, and I'm going to tell y'all, block game. Block game strong, okay? Block game been strong since 91, all right? I don't play that. Because there's certain things, what are we having a conversation about? And children, that's what I'm saying, that they're just looking for a door to get back in to do it worse. Yes, I have to forgive you because of what you've done, but there is no reconciliation because I don't look at you the same. And see, chosen ones, people don't understand that you have the right to say, hey, I don't look at you the same anymore. And because of that, I don't want your energy around me. I don't want you, I can't do this anymore. And for me personally, and this is how I feel, chosen ones, you should carry yourself, like, judge them by the amount of disrespect. Like, level them by the amount, how disrespectful it was. If you know that they've done something that you know without a shadow of a doubt it was done intentionally, you don't owe them anything. You forgive them in private, okay? You go before God and forgive them, and you keep going. Because these type of people, you don't know what they're trying to do. They just want access to you. And there's evil out here. So long as you give them some sort of access, you don't know that their intentions are destructive. They might say, oh, I just want another conversation. I just want to get on the phone. But for what? Oh, I want to meet you. I want to meet up with you this one time. But for what? Some people, they want to meet up with you for that last time to do harm to you. That's what I'm saying. You have to use discernment, okay? If you know this person truly loved you and you know it was a misunderstanding, but you still don't feel like you want them in your life, have that conversation with them. But most of the time, chosen ones, people, they intentionally, okay, 100% intentionally do disgusting, harmful things to you. And then they want an excuse card. Like, oh, sorry I did this to you. Can you just please forgive me? I promise I won't do it again. Blah blah. No. 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 Let the guilt and shame eat them up. Let the guilt and shame eat them up. Like, at this point, yeah, people, they love to play in your face. One thing, the people that you've kicked out of your life, one thing they love to do is try to play in your face. Play on your empathy, play on your sympathy, play on your love, play on your intelligence, okay? They want to see how far they can go before breaking you, before you've literally had your wits end. All right? So don't allow their guilt to trip you up, okay? Don't allow their guilt and their shame to make you feel bad. It's a quote, and it says, you have a big heart when you still get sad for doing what's right for you. A lot of the times, all of us have a pride and an ego, but I can be vulnerable with you all and say that most of the people I had to kick out of my life, if not all of them, okay, maybe not all, because some of them they didn't really mean much, but most of them, when I had to block them, when I no longer speak to them and I still have memories, it hurts. It's not a fun thing. It's not like I get on my phone and I'm like, yay, oh my gosh, I get to block someone else again today. Woo, look at me. I'm the block queen. Oh yeah. Like, that's probably what they think in their small pea brain minds, but honestly, guys, no. Like, it's truly, truly extremely sad. And it's like, how do you not value a connection? How do you meet a person and just act like it means nothing to you? How do you come across such a beautiful connection and just ruin it? Just allow it to go to sugar, honey, iced tea, to crap. How? Like, I really truly want to know, how do you just not care? Because that's the thing why I never have guilt. I never have shame when I block a person, when I leave out of a person's life, because I know I showed up as the best version of me. I know I showed up as the best authentic version of myself, chosen one, and I know you have too. I know you gave it your all. I know you gave it your best, and they took it for granted. They didn't care. And people that take your love for granted, and people that take your time for granted, okay? Your spirit, your energy for granted, they don't deserve access to you. They're supposed to feel guilty. They're supposed to feel bad. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean it opens up the door of reconciliation. The most I can give you is that I forgive you. And thank you for showing me who you are. Thank you for being a part of my life lesson journey. That's the most mature statement I can give you. But if you could actually do open heart surgery, look into my heart and see the pain that you cause, because I truly did like you. I truly did love you. I actually was thinking about you more over than myself. And look how you treated me. So why would I give you another chance to do it again? Just because you said you're not? Like, people telling you, oh no, just trust me. I promise I'm not going to do that again. That's not good enough. Why would that be good enough for me? It's not. And the the pain that they cause you, it's also associated, I'm sure, with disrespect. And I want to make a whole nother separate video about the disrespect that we experience as chosen ones. Like, that needs its own video, because it's a real thing. Like, our hearts and our love get taken for granted so much that it gets us to the point where we just give up almost, in the sense of wanting to be close to people. It's been a year and 6 months since I've been in isolation from those people that have hurt me. And just again, it's not even like I'm going to go back or something, because that's not going to happen. But this is the most peace I've gotten, because when you don't have to worry about other energy around you, when you don't have to worry about this person going to stab you in the back or hurt you, there's peace. And I get that on the flip side of that, there can be loneliness. But baby, you're never truly lonely when you have God. Okay. And I know some of us, we get online. You might be on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. There's certain interactions and connections you can make through there for temporary things. And again, I know most of us want to have that really close, deep connection. But the sad part is that when you have the light that we have, they're not going to be able to really handle that. And they're going to mess it up. And it's not your job to fix it. It's not your job to wonder why either. We used to wonder why a lot, but we have the why now. The why is that your spirit is very beautiful, almost too beautiful for most people to be able to take in if they don't love themselves. Most people that you encounter, they don't love themselves. And sometimes for most people, they're never going to learn how to love themselves. Some people, it is a lifelong journey. It is a lifelong journey of discovering who they are. And most people, they're not into spirituality. So I told you that you could take things from spirituality, you could take things from religion. But some people choose to only stand by religion. And that will never help you to truly understand who you are. But again, chosen one, it's not your job. It's not your job to tell people or show people who they are and how they are. It's their decision. And when they meet you, you're like in a sense, you're like a wisdom nugget, or you're like guidance in a sense, okay? You're like you're like an angel. Okay, you're an earth angel. I haven't really used that term in a while, but yes, chosen ones, we are earth angels as well. And so when people encounter an earth angel, some people take in an earth angel and they're completely in awe, and they're like, wow, like, you're completely freaking amazing, and I love your energy, and I love you. You are beautiful inside and out. Like, they take you and they genuinely appreciate you. And then there's other people, they same thing. Oh my gosh, you're an earth angel. Wow, who are you? How are you? What is this? And then they become jealous. And then they become envious. And then they become annoyed and overthinking and thinking, well, I don't love myself like this. And it's a lot of things these people go through. But chosen one, again, it's not your job to stick around and help them, or to wonder why, especially when they're trying to cause you harm, especially when they're talking crap about you, trying to bring your energy down to their low vibrational energy. And then they're going to try to accuse you as being the one that's obsessed with them, or you're jealous of them, and blah, 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 when it's really the other way around, okay? We already know it. So let people feel guilty for how they treated you. You let it eat them up. They got to take that up with God, baby. They got to take that up with God. Do not, I will say this forever, because there will be new chosen ones that join my page. So I know some of you have already heard me say this, but do not Do not, I beg of you, please, chosen ones, okay? Please. I'm doing my dramatic. Please. Please. Do not allow people into your life, back into your energy that God has removed. I know. Don't do it. Keep them on block and stay there. And the reason why I block people before I go, because I'm going to wrap this up. The reason why I block people is not because, again, like I said earlier, I'm not like, that's not, that's not right. I always laugh when I do my little funny stuff. The reason is because I know the big heart that I have, that if you send me some paragraph text message or you send me something and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Like, I really messed up, blah, blah. And I had an evil person do this just for her to dig the knife in deeper the second time around. She was such a snake, disgusting snake she was and still is. And I'm pretty sure life is still tearing her behind up. But I blocked her and everything. She made all these fake accounts trying to get back into my life. And I finally fell for it after like the 5th, 6th fake page she made. And she was crying and like, oh my gosh, I promise I won't lie to you again. I won't do this to you again, blah, blah. Just like I said, to turn around and be worse, okay? They know who you are. And they hate it because they don't love themselves. So let the guilt eat them up. Because even if you take them back, chosen ones, they still are going to try to plot and scheme against you to do it worse. It's very rare. I'm not going to say it's never going to happen because I'm not God. So I'm not going to say 10 times out of 10, but 9 times out of 10, it doesn't go well when you let the past back in. That's why they went to the past. That's why God allowed them to go. Those that's meant to stay in your life, baby, you're going to know because of how they treat you, how they show up, what God allows and what he doesn't. And when he shows you people's true colors, believe it. The first time around, please. Don't keep breaking your heart. All right? They're not worth it. I love you, beautiful souls. We in this together, all right? We in this together. All right, beautiful souls. I'll see you all in the next video. Let the guilt eat them up. Sorry, it's too late. Deuces. All right, chosen ones. I'll see you all in the next video. I love you. Remember, God loves you so much more.